Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
This evening, congressional leaders, members of the Trump administration, national conservative leaders, and grassroots activists gathered in Washington, D.C. to remember conservative activist Charlie Kirk. They held a memorial and prayer vigil a few hours ago. Hundreds of people also gathered here in Southington, Connecticut to pay their respects to Kirk and his family. We'll have more on the vigil here in Connecticut in just a few moments. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden. Before we get to those vigils, Utah's governor is revealing, more about the suspect police believe shot and killed Kirk last week. 22-year-old Tyler Robinson was arrested late Thursday night after a two-day manhunt. He is currently being held in a Utah jail without bail. Police say they are collecting and processing tons of forensic evidence, including the suspected murder weapon and clothing. And they are also interviewing friends and family and are going through the suspect's online messages and internet posts to determine a motive.
Suspect has not been cooperating so far, and so we're getting all of this information from family members, again people around the suspect. There was a lot of gaming going on, friends that have confirmed that there was kind of that deep, dark internet.
Now, authorities confirm Robinson will be formally charged on Tuesday. All right, we have been in the middle of a long and beautiful stretch of weather with just some brief interruptions. Mostly it's been great. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank now to see where things go from here. Rach.
Yeah, we have a really beautiful stretch of weather that will continue right through this upcoming work week. It will be bright and warm, and most of the time temperatures will be in the 70s to near 80 degrees. The only day it's not really as bright, it's not as warm, will be Wednesday, where there is a chance for an isolated shower. But other than that, I mean, it is going to be a bone dry week ahead. This is a live picture from the Northern Lights as seen in Maine. I linked this link to my Facebook page if you want to check it out and find me on meteorologist Rachel Frank. There's a chance that if you have a long exposure camera here in Connecticut and you have a view of the northern horizon, that you might be able to pick this up on your iPhone, or again, if you have a fancy camera. But I don't think that this storm is going to be strong enough to see with the naked eye. Still, if you end up getting a shot, please take one and share it with us. We'd love to share it right here on the news. Low temperatures tonight will be falling back into the 50s. Heading through the day tomorrow, it's a beaut. Mostly sunny skies in the morning. We are mild with just a few passing clouds as we head through the afternoon. Highs will climb into the 70s to near 80 degrees, and we are in for a nice evening tomorrow night. We'll do it again on Tuesday, so if you don't have a chance to get outside, maybe go for a nice walk outdoors on Monday. You can do it on Tuesday, and again, we'll see more clouds with that chance for an isolated shower Wednesday, but then we're right back to sunshine. We'll get a full look at your forecast coming up in just a bit, Brent.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Well, developing tonight, Yukon police are investigating after someone was sexually assaulted by a DoorDash driver. Fox 61's Stefan Reels has what we know so far.
And this all went down Saturday evening just before 6 p.m. at the Hilltop apartment parking lot you see right behind me.
This sexual assault crime alert was shared with students, then was later posted on Reddit, and finally confirmed through a university spokesperson. In it, the university said a DoorDash driver lured the victim into his car during a delivery. When the victim got in the car, that's when they were assaulted. The university says the victim got away safely, but the driver left the area in a 1998 gold Toyota Camry. The offender is believed to be a man around 30 years old. The Yukon spokesperson says police have made contact with the driver, but did not say if they were arrested. We have reached out to DoorDash for a statement and are waiting to hear back. But on the company's website, DoorDash typically uses a third party to do background checks on anyone who signs up to be a driver. The check goes over the applicant's criminal and motor vehicle history. And if a driver does have a new record that no longer meets the background check requirements, they will lose their ability to be a DoorDasher in the future.
The Yukon Police Department is still investigating the incident. We'll keep you updated on air and online as we learn more. In stores, Stefan Reels, Fox 61.
Back now to those vigils for Charlie Kirk. People around the country, including here in Connecticut, paid their respects to Kirk today. Fox 61's Tim Latow was at the vigil in Southington.
Cadillac Ranch is still bustling hours after the vigil for Charlie Kirk ended. as hundreds of supporters piled in following lengthy traffic backups. But they say honoring this outspoken figure was well worth the wait.
And this was originally just kind of we thought would be a small get-together of people, and it just exploded.
The exit to Southington on I-84 was at a standstill as far as the eye could see, as hundreds gathered at Cadillac Ranch for a ceremony to honor Charlie Kirk, just to be able to get a glimpse of the speakers and singers.
He was not evil, he was not unkind. He wanted people to talk and to have discord. Like he wanted them to talk about their differences.
After the 31-year-old conservative activist's assassination, Woodbury's first Congregational Church pastor, Jake Dell, is calling on other churches to wade deeper into politics.
I think the church, as I said in my speech, has been silent for too long. It's become the forgotten voice. There's a church in every town. We have, special privileges, including tax exemption, because we're a valued member of the community, and that means our voice needs to be heard, and we have things to say about values.
Republican candidate for Secretary of the State, Peter Lamage, says he saw the effects of political violence firsthand before he immigrated to the U.S.
I came from Albania 36 years ago. That's where political differences were settled this way. That's where political opponents were arrested, beaten, tortured, killed, interned, taken to concentration camps, and assassinated the way this thing happened here. We cannot allow this to spread in the United States.
No matter what politicians people support, Aaron Dominic hopes all Americans are able to come to a better understanding of each other.
If we only listen to each other instead of trying to raise our voices, we can come to some sort of compromise, because we do have more in common than what separates us, and we forget that.
Now, both politicians and clergy say they'll be thinking about their own safety more often.
I have not. Obviously, after Wednesday, my family said, can you be a little more careful, be a little more vigilant?
Every church needs to take security measures and precautions, and I think we all just sort of are looking over our shoulder maybe a little more often now.
A public memorial service for Charlie Kirk is scheduled for Sunday, September 21st at State Farm Field in Glendale, Arizona. President Donald Trump is expected to attend. In Southington, Tim Latow, Fox 61.
Well, tonight, dozens of people gathered to honor the life of Jamie Nickerson, who worked for the town of Enfield. He was operating a lawnmower on Friday when a car crashed into him near North Main Street, just west of Route 5. Both Nickerson and the driver were taken to the hospital, where Nickerson later died. The town's mayor says Nickerson was a big part of the community and helped keep Enfield safe and clean. We talked to one woman who had known him for more than a decade and says this is a big loss for the community.
I worked with Jamie. He was my coworker for 10 years, so I've known him for 14. And he was just the nicest man, wonderful family. They've been through a lot. My son and his son are actually seniors in high school together this year, so it's just, I feel so terrible for the family. Something I'll miss about Jamie, it was just like they actually said, that he made everyone feel like they were his favorite person. He always had a bright smile for you. He always asked about your family. He remembered little details about everybody that he met. He was genuine. You could tell that he really, really cared about people, and the world is much darker without him in it.
You can read the mayor's full statement on our website, fox61.com. We are working to get updates on 3 crashes that happened today. First, in Deep River, state police say a car crashed with a moped. It happened just after 8 p.m. near Union Street. At last check, the road is still closed. State police say there are serious injuries, but would not say how many people were hurt. And a dirt bike rider, younger than 18, was seriously hurt in Hebron this evening. State police say it happened just before 5:30 p.m. near Burnt Hill and Cone Roads. We still don't know a lot of details at this point. State police tell us Lifestar was called, but they did not say any more about the injuries or give an exact age of the rider. And we are working to get more information on a 2-car crash in Groton today. State police say it happened on I-95 northbound near exit 86 just before noon. There were minor injuries reported. We don't know how many people were hurt. We are also waiting to find out what led up to the crash and if there will be any arrests made. To get updates on all of these stories, just scan the QR code on your screen and download the Fox 61 News app. Well, new tonight, more people are shopping at consignment stores. One business owner says more people are looking to save money, and shopping consignment stores is one way of doing that. Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot has more on the trend.
The owner of White Rabbit tells me more and more people are coming in looking for vintage pieces of clothing or coming in to consign their clothes.
People are very interested in consigning. People spend their money here and buy different clothes with the money that they earn from consignment. You get kind of like a rebate.
Emily King, owner of the White Rabbit, says consignment stores are becoming more popular. Her store has a diverse selection of clothes, shoes, bags, and more. King says she noticed an uptick of more people coming in 6 years ago.
More online during COVID, and then there was a huge influx of people wanting to thrift like right after COVID.
Capital One Shopping reports in 2020, the thrift and resale market brought in $27 billion. This year, that number is expected to be $56 billion. And in 2029, the market is expected to bring in $74 billion. Shoppers like Arthur Titman says social media is how he got into consignment shopping.
I saw people online like showing how like what you can find at thrift shops and like the savings and stuff. So I think part of it, and I think like in a way fashion is on social media has changed recently, and thrifting has become more of a thing almost. But I think definitely part of it is that people are trying to save money.
And people are saving thousands of dollars shopping at secondhand stores. According to Capital One Shopping, thrift store shoppers save an average of $2,071 a year by purchasing secondhand. King says she usually sees more people in her store around the first of the month or the start of a new season.
There's definitely more people calling, probably more people thinking about it, like doing a clean out. Definitely at the beginning of a new season.
King says not every article of clothing is accepted, but to not let that stop you from bringing clothes down. In West Hartford, Kay Pattyfoot, Fox 61.